as well that you were very short on numbers. You spoke openly about that, and you said that you were looking at improving those numbers in the midfield and forward areas. I just wanted to see, obviously, a week later, how are developments on that front? Is there any incoming transfer news at all?
Yeah, but that was the case before the Chelsea game, and it's still the case after the Chelsea game. The Chelsea game didn't really telling us about the number of players that we needed. We knew it before with the chairman and Dougie. We are working and try to improve the squad, and we knew that we needed to bring players. That we need to bring players. And until the market is still open, everything is possible. But we are looking to improve the team, to improve the squad.
And has anything got any closer at all as we get closer to the weekend?
The only things I can tell you is that we are doing our best to bring the players that will make us a stronger team.
I had to try. I wanted to ask you, with the new European regulations that came in at the start of January, with regards players from Europe coming in and having to acquire a certain amount of points to be able to get a visa, does that add to already a complicated transfer window for you, especially as we edge closer to the end of the transfer window?
I don't know if we make it more difficult, but I think we have to be maybe a little bit more smarter. But obviously, to bring those type of players, it will be more difficult, obviously, because they will not have the number of points that will allow them to come to the Premier League. But that is the rules we have to take into consideration when we are approaching the players, of course.
I'll move away from transfers, you'll be pleased to know. Let's talk and focus on tomorrow and Selhurst Park, the first game of the season for you. Romelu Lukaku was speaking about the fortress Selhurst Park, describing it as the only UK team that's got a European style to the ground. Do you agree with that from your experience when you played at Selhurst Park? And also, how much are you just looking forward to a packed Selhurst Park on the weekend?
I think it is a really strong statement and a really good compliment from Lukaku, especially the players who's been traveling around Europe, and I think that will make our fans really proud, our football club really proud. And but this is the strength of his football club, the fan base, the atmosphere that they managed to build in this stadium. And I'm really looking forward to the game tomorrow because, I think fans missing being on the field, around the players missing the fans in the stadium, because during this difficult period, the world of football is completely different without the fans. So we are really exciting to play at home and to play in front of our own fans. And we're looking forward to really give them what they deserve.
And there was a special atmosphere created last Friday at the Brentford Community Stadium when your opponents obviously beat your former club Arsenal. What impressed you about Thomas Frank's sides, and what I maybe worries you? What are you looking and expecting from Brentford tomorrow?
This is the team who has been working quite well the last 5-6 years. This is a group who know each other quite really well. So we're expecting the same kind of commitment on the field. I think their work ethic on the field is brilliant. They're working really hard, really well for each other. This is a team who are well organized, and it will be a different challenge that we had against Chelsea. But it will be difficult, of course. There is no easy game in the Premier League, but we're playing at home. We are ambitious in the way that we want to play, and we are ready to play and to do a good performance.
A final couple from me. We've seen this week, Arsenal obviously announced that they had a bit of a COVID outbreak with 4 of their players being struck down with COVID. Does that worry you as a manager coming into this season, the impact that COVID could still have on your team? And as you described, your squad you're pretty short on numbers and you want to improve those numbers. Is it a real concern right now?
Yes, I think it is a concern for for us, but I think it is a concern for every football team worldwide. That is we're going through a really difficult period with the COVID, and we have to follow the protocol really well. We have a doctor who is really close to the players, who's really close that we are respecting the protocol that he's putting around the football club. And this is why we will improve the situation. But until then, we just have to respect the rules, following the protocols, and hopefully things will get better in the next couple of weeks, couple of months.
And a final one from me. We've been asking all the managers about vaccinations. I wondered what your view is on vaccinations and what advice have you given to your players with regards taking the vaccine?
I think what we did in the football club is talking about COVID to the players and explain what COVID is really and the impact that can have on themselves, on the family, or the people around them. I think this kind of education way is quite really important to make them understand and allow them to make their own decision. I don't believe that we can't force people or players to make and to do the vaccination, but we can direct them, we can educate them to allow them to have all the information and make the decision.
Perfect. Thanks, Patrick. All the best for the weekend.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you. We'll go to Mark Scott, Premier League Productions.
Hi, Patrick. Nice to see you again.
Hi, Mark.
Just wondering, from the Chelsea game, was there any particular major lesson that you learned from that game in terms of the way that your players performed?
I think the frustration of this game is that when we had the ball, we didn't use it well enough to create more danger for this Chelsea team. We had a couple of opportunities where we lost the ball and our decision wasn't good enough. And that was the frustration that I had at that game.
Would that be something to do with confidence, or it's still taking a bit of time for your ideas to really transmit to the players?
Yeah, I think we can take that into consideration, but I don't want to use as an excuse. I think we have the players to do better than what we did against Chelsea in possession. But obviously there's a philosophy that we want to implement, and that's as well coming with confidence and belief. And that is my responsibility to make it understand to the players what I want and what I expect from them on the field.
Obviously, you're playing a newly promoted side in Brentford, very different to facing the European champions. Is there more pressure on this game because it's a side that, looking at it, people would say Palace need to be beating if they're not going to end up in trouble this season?
Yeah, but this is the mentality that we need to change. These 3 points are as important than the one we lost against Chelsea. What we need to do is first to think about the way we want to play the game. I think we have to concentrate about the quality of the football that we want to play, and that will allow us to win football matches. But these 3 points are important, but the next one against West Ham will be really important, and the one against Chelsea, obviously we lost, were really important. So I don't want to put more pressure on this game than the one before or the next one. Every single game will not going to be easy. Every single one will have different challenges, and we have to be prepared. We have to be ready for those ones.
I know you said Brentford have been a good side quite a few years in the making. I think some were surprised at the way they played against Arsenal. Was there anything that surprised you about the way they went about their performance?
No, I think they just play with their strengths. I think they went on the field with a really good work ethic, with a lot of passion, and it didn't surprise me that they won against Arsenal, and they will do well in the league. They are well organized. They are playing a football that I will say it suits them, and it will be a tough game for us, but I think the teams that will play them afterwards will be as well really challenging for them. And like I said earlier on, there is not an easy game in the Premier League.
And just finally from me, Selhurst Park, always a great atmosphere. First time, though, that it's been at capacity for such a long time. It's going to be extra special, I'm sure. Tell me how you're feeling about that, because you'll know just how loud it can be.
Yeah, really exciting and really looking forward to it. The first home game, you will want to do well. We know that the fans will be up for it, and hopefully we will give them the game that they deserve.
Thanks, Patrick. Best of luck.
Thank you.
Thank you. We'll go to Alex Howell from BBC Sport.
Hi, Patrick.
Hi, Alex.
Just to check in about squad fitness, is everyone available, or have you picked up any injuries in training?
No. Everybody's fit and available for tomorrow.
I know Conor Gallagher wasn't available against Chelsea, but is he in line to be involved or possibly make his debut tomorrow?
Yeah, he's going to be in the squad. Obviously, I'm looking forward to Conor first game. For us, he's somebody that will bring us different strength, and he had a really good week, so he will be in the squad tomorrow. Yeah.
And just to touch on Brentford again, obviously you're trying to implement a new style of play and playing out from the back. And Brentford, I think everyone picked up on, is their high pressure and trying to put pressure really high up the pitch. Is that something you've had to get across to the players this week?
Yeah, obviously, we know that it's the team who like to put pressure on the ball. This is the reason why it will be really important for us to make the right decision. We will have to try to create the overload and play with tempo. And if we move the ball well, that will allow us to get out of the pressure.
And do you think it's important for, obviously, there'll be a full capacity tomorrow, a new style of football, that the fans understand that? Do you think it could get nervy, trying to play out from the back?
I don't think that I invented football, we just try to play football, and at time in the game you will have to go long. At time you will have to keep the ball on the floor and try to play short. The way that they will press us will dictate how we're going to play the game. Obviously, the philosophy will be trying to have the possession of the ball, but we have to use it well, because if we have the ball and don't create enough chances and don't going to play forward, so having the possession is really useless, I will say. So it will be for us to be really brave and try to make the right decision that allowed us to play forward and to create chances.
Thanks, Patrick, and good luck.
Thank you, Alex.
Okay, George from PA, are you doing broadcast today, or?
Yeah, I am.
A question here. Okay.
Hi, Patrick. How you doing?
Hi, George.
I wanted to double check on James Tompkins. I noticed he wasn't in the squad last week, and wanted to go an update on Luca as well. I know he had personal reasons for missing the Chelsea game.
Yeah, Luca is not going to be available. Still have his personal reason, and James trained the last couple of days with the group, so he will be involved in the game tomorrow.
I guess in terms of James, and obviously Joachim played and he come off the bench, having sort of two extra centre backs sort of up to speed to give you that little bit more flexibility, to maybe play free at the back or sort of use different formations going forward.
Yeah, that will give us more flexibility. Having those players getting fitter, I will say it. It's nice for Joachim to play half an hour against Chelsea. That was his first game, I would say, since the Euros, and he's in a really good shape. So that gives me options and flexibility at the back.
And just finally from me, this might be wrong, but as I haven't looked through your playing career, I think 3 times you would have played at Selhurst Park, 2 draws and 1 win. The last one being 2014, so a little while ago. I wondered, what did you make of playing there as a player? What, did you sort of feel a difference there compared to certain other stadiums?
Yeah, I feel the difference, of course, is the atmosphere that the fans managed to create in the stadium. They are really behind the players. The players feeling the energy, and there's not so many places like that in this country. And hopefully that will be an important part for us, and a really strong tools to use to help us to perform even more.
Thanks, Patrick.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. That concludes the